Okay, we're back. We're just doing the long and the short intervals in guitar. So let's look at the. We were finishing up the 2, 3, 5, 6, and A. That's top short. Let's look at something easy down here on the D, because here I'm down C tuned. So up a whole step from my fret nut is the D. Okay, the D shaped C. Remember, Cage is quoted in C, right? So here's the D-shaped C. Here's the D. 2, 3 short, 5, 6 short, root 2 short. Then we go to long. Okay, so here is root to 3 right there, a major third. 3, 5 long. Warp it up. You know, we got the tuning third, so we're going up a half step here in the pattern. 3, 5, 6 root, and then short again. Okay, but in D we've got 3 shorts, and in C we've got 2 longs on the bottom. Okay, so this is a short, this is a long. In cello, we're going to make an analogy between a whole step and a major third, and a half step and a whole step. That's what we're going to do. So I got the cello now. Of course, it has my original notes. Okay, and believe it or not, I could spend, you know, years, but perhaps months, perhaps weeks at least, perhaps days, redoing this mathematically, because we want the length of this string. As you know, there's a little triangle here. If this bridge was way up top here, there would be a triangle like this. And as you know, the base of a triangle and the height of a triangle, okay, if you square those two and take the square root of that, add them and take the square root of that, that would give you the length of the string, the true length of the string, and I could rerun all of the calculations for this. So it, you know, I could add action into, but for our purposes, just try to get the action as close to the fingerboard as possible, within, you know, so the note can vibrate properly and it will stay, you know, reasonably within pitch. So I have the notes on here. These are my own notes that I've made. This is actually on a 3 8x11, so it's about like 6 inches each. Okay, we've got 58 centimeters here, all that stuff. I've done this. Am I going to put this up for sale? Not this cello, but the notes, because then I just have to send this sticky notes, you know. Maybe. I'm thinking about it, but right now I'm flipping burgers for money. So not flipping burgers, but frying. I'm a fry cook. Okay, that's the way I make some money to keep all this going. So right here we've got the bass position. Now I have to use some knowledge from the charts to come, the 2 charts to come, 403 and 404, to explain this. We're starting here on root 5 to 6. Root is C, 5 is G, 2 is D, 6 is A. Okay, and we can just bow those notes too, to make sure that we have. Now you may not be able to see the bow, and we're not talking about bowing right now, so I have to have the thing up here so we can talk about the open position, because we're going to be dealing with the open position, explaining caged in cello, which is chart 404. So it's just okay, that's all that is. I'm pretty bad at that last string, and I'm so nervous that I'm going to break it. But now if we look at this is the 6-string pattern, and then I have the 4-note per pattern, which is the modal. So the thing about the modal pattern is it's got every single cage, like it's got 7 cages, like we saw in the thing that looked like the yellow submarine, right? Right here, this is 7 cages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1 again. Okay, so, oops, went in the wrong direction. This is cool too. This is the actual note map here, and how it maps onto these notes, and this would be the piano if we had some of that down there, how that maps onto that, etc., etc., etc. So here we are once again. We have one of these. This is not, I don't mean to sound like you know, someone who's got to over accent the word not. This is not modal. This is the caged. Okay, so we've got E, D, A, G, D, C. So I take the string shapes from the guitar. Now notice these are the string shapes, but the string shapes, let's get the drawing tool, because I don't have, I'm not going back and find this other diagram here. The string shapes for this are right here. Okay, now I'm going to go into cursor mode, and I'm going to say get rid of this and get rid of this. Okay, and of course we're not looking at this, so we don't have an Ionian string shape encaged, and we don't have a full A5 string shape encaged. We just have the A. You can call it the A5, okay, but it's not the 5A extra long, because we just clipped that up. This right here is our guitar cage string shapes, okay? So these are the short ones. This is what that fretboard is, all right, in essence. But we're going to use double these cages, but these are the basic cages that are being doubled, the basic string shapes that are being doubled. So let's look up there. Let's start with C, with the C cage right here. Here's the C, and then here's that short A. We don't have 5, 6, 7 long, so this is caged from the guitar. Okay, remember caged from the guitar? I'm going to put the cello gently this, because it already almost fell over today, and it's a little louder than the. So remember caged from the guitar, Mr. Capo. Mr. Capo is present. C. By the way, I have a band-aid on. C, A, G, E, and D. We're going to look at that today for the cello. Okay, I have a feeling we're just playing up to the segment break here, so we can have an embarrassing segment break in the middle of where I'm getting right to it. Kind of like writing something down on your notebook, and then on that last line of that loose leaf, all of a sudden the idea happens. So we want to prevent that. So let's get to it. So as you can see on the chart, I wish I could just point with the thing, bow. Root 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2. Now these are big. These are big. It's root 2, 3, root 2, 3, 5, 6 root. Now I think we did this on the other. Okay, and then 6. Okay, we did this on the other. We already did this already. Okay, so we can play it too. Root. I'm going to have to back up a little bit and push my wall back, my folding wall. Root 2, 3, and then 5, 6 root, and then 2. Now we're still in the whole step third. the thing is to get a pattern.